So now we have some common examples of organometallic compound. That is, the first instance here is to name this organometallic compound. So based on our naming, when we talk about the main basis we use is the numbers of carbon that is attached to the metals. So now the first one we have is that we can see the activity here is what the numbers of carbon being bonded to this ion is what 1, 2, 3, 4. We can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can simply say the activity is what is 4. So we can simply say the activity is what is 4 in this scenario. That is numbers of carbon being bonded to what to the ion is what is 4. And we have our what our carbonyl group also acting as a ligand. We can say our ligand, this carbonyl group. So we have 3 carbonyl group being also attached to this what to this organometallic complex. So now to name this compound, we can say there are 2 phenomena. We can say this is a tricarbonyl tricarbonyl. So now the next one is after the tricarbonyl. So you need to put the what the numbers of carbon being attached, and don't forget you have subsequent what double bond. So now the first one is what is the numbers of carbon. So the activity in this scenario is what is 4. So we start with it. So the activity is what is 4 cyclo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 is butane, and this is not butane. We have the in. So we have the what we have the in. So it can be, so let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have one double bond at carbon 1 and another double bond at what at carbon 3. We can say cyclo butan 1, 3 diene, and the metal being sandwiched, which is called what ion. So we can see that is tricarbonyl. Go first with what with the ligand. This is tricarbonyl. Then the numbers of carbon atoms. So the activity is what is 4. So what is it? That is indicating a butane. You can see cyclobutan, and the numbers of double bond, which is 1, 3 diene. Diene signifies 2 double bond. Then the number of the metal ion being sandwiched, which is what ion. So this one can be written as so if you don't have it in this format, you can have it in this format. Yours is to draw it out like this. So you can see ion being sandwiched in the atom number of 4. You can see this indicates to you that it is a butane. It is a butene. You can see this is butadiene. So you get that this is a butadiene. With this you can see it is a diene. So we can have our atom number 4 in a butadiene, and we also have a ligand. So the first thing is what Fe being sandwiched with what a butadiene, and we also have a subsequent ligand, that is CO3. So we can have it like this. So to name this subsequent compound, so it is being break down. If you don't have it like this, you can also have it like this. So you can see ion being sandwiched. So what is the activity here? You can see, to count the activity, the atom number here is what is 3. That's 1, 2, 3. We can see ion sandwiched what? So atom number 3. That's to indicate it is a what? It is a propene. To indicate it is a what? Propene group. So we can see it is a propene group, and we have what? A 4 carbonyl group with a cation, which we can see the presence of what? Of the cation. So we can simply name, that is, we start with the carbonyl, which is our ligand. You can see tetra carbonyl. So then the name the activity you can see. So the activity that is N3 So we can also say 1,3 allyl. What's the name of the metal carbon being sandwiched? You can say iron and the cation. You can see we also indicate the presence of the cation. So now to also name this is what is very easy and simple. So first is to figure out what the ligand. So we all know that this is our carbonyl, and the hapticity, the apto rating. You can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see the apto rating is what 7. So that's very good. You already know that this is cyclopentatrinidine. So this is a trinidine. Already know this is what is a trinidine. So that's the cyclopentatrinidine. So to name this, it is very simple. You can start. How many carbonyl do we have here? So we have tricarbonyl. So this is tricarbonyl. So the activity is N7 cyclo tetraenine, and that's a toxin. So we can see that is a toxin cation. So that's the simple terms of naming organometallic compound. So we can see example before us. So these are good example before us. We already know this is a butadiene. You have 4 carbon atoms. The number of carbon atoms is what? Is 4. Then our metal complex is what? Is iron. So what are the ligands being present? You can see our carbonyl ligands, our what? And our nitrosyl group. So now to break this into what? Into a more simple and understanding step. Let's go with this. You can see this is what? The metal complex is what? Is iron. You can see that is what? Is a what? Is an ion. So the next one is to go to the numbers of carbon atom. So the activity is what? Is N is 4. So the activity is what? Is 4. So that indicates what? It indicates a what? Cyclobuta 1,3-diene. We can see that is cyclobuta 1,3-diene. That is cyclobuta 1,3-diene. So now, what's the next thing? So that is cyclobuta 1,3-diene. Ion cation. That is cyclobuta 1,3-diene. Our next thing is what? Is our carbonyl. How many carbonyl do we have? Is our what? Our carbonyl part. So we have CO2 and what? Our nitrosyl. Just what? NO. So in simply terms, this can be written as Fe N4, that is C4 H4, close your bracket, you have then CO2 NO. You can see this is a breaking down structure of this. You can see this is a breaking down structure of this. So now to name, so we start from our carbonyl. How many carbonyl do you have? You have 2. That is what? Dicarbonyl. So the next group is what? The nitrosyl. You can say nitrosyl. The numbers of followed by the numbers of carbon atom, which is they are up to 4 cyclobutane 1,3-diene ion cation. This is the simple name of this compound. You can see that is dicarbonyl nitrosyl hepta-4 cyclobutane 1,3-diene ion cation. So the next one, let's start with what are the group we have? We have ruthenium, and we have our carbonyl, this is tricarbonyl, and don't forget we have what, bf4. That's what we have. We have what, bf4. So what does that mean? So what does the ending bf4 signifies? So that's what we need to discuss. That is tetrafluoroborate. What does this tetrafluoroborate signifies? So in considering coordination chemistry, in coordination compound, if you have, assuming if it is the BF4 is at this point, so this tetrafluoroborate would come first while naming. But since we have the BF4 outside the complex, it will come at the end. Before it will come at the end in our normal systems of naming. So we can break this structure down to ruthenium, that is Ru. You can see the hapticity is what, 1 2 3 4. This is the, you can, since the double bond is not fully filled, so this is just a trap. It is a trap in organometallic. We start from the point of the double bond. This is 1 2 3 4 5. This is excluded out of the equation. So we can say this is ruthenium. The hapticity is what, is 5. So this is to indicate C6H7, C6H7 plus C6H7 CO3, and we have our what, BF4 outside. That's BF4 outside. So now to name this compound, this is tricarbonyl, that is tricarbonyl up to 5 cyclohexadiene ruthenium tetrafluorate borate. So tricarbonyl up to 5 cyclohexadiene ruthenium tetrafluoroborate. So that's the end of today's class. So like and subscribe. If you have any comments, any question, drop in the comment section.